West Kootenays Outdoors has been brought to you by Valley Firearms, your one-stop destination for all your firearms needs, shipping Canada-wide, coast to coast. Secret Creek Supplies for all your ultralight backpacking needs and much, much more. Secret Creek Kennels, no pets too big or too small, we do them all. On today's episode of West Kootenays Outdoors, we help a local farmer, John Urquhart, trap some problem wildlife before calving season begins. Join us as we learn the skills necessary to quickly dispatch wolves using Senneker snares. If you had to put your finger on the spot where the most wolves are on your property.
Right there.
Okay, so we need to set somewhere coming off this road.
Yep.
Predominantly, which way is the wind blowing?
Usually from the west.
Okay. Okay, so anywhere that we set in here, if they're running up and down this road, even if they don't go specifically over into here, they're going to get the scent of whatever we do.
Yep.
So we need to find a spot in here where there's regen, where we can put a bait pile out and then have a whole bunch of trails coming into it. Well, that works. So what we'll do is I'm pulling all my traps this weekend, maybe a few more next weekend if I don't get them all out, and then I will make an appointment to come see you a couple weekends from now.
That would be great.
We'll go up there. We'll try and hopefully there'll still be snow hopefully up there,
yep,
so we can see the tracks.
Yeah, because our ungulate population has been absolutely decimated.
Yeah.
By this wolves. Like my kids are the 5th generation there, and there was never a wolf seen until 10 years ago.
And if we don't do our part as hunters, we don't have hunting.
Yep. No, absolutely.
We have to, and that's what people don't understand, is hunters probably do more to protect wildlife than anybody does.
Yeah, no, the management of it,
And we don't want to take them all, we just want to push them back so the animals can get a little bit of relief from them through the winter.
Survive the winter.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. It's, hopefully it works out for everyone. If I see roadkill, I'll give you a call.
Yeah, give me a call and I'll tag it.
Right?
I'll tag it and pick it up.
Okay.
So I got to fill out a form. So, but basically what I got to do is I got to say, I picked it up from Highway 3, this location.
Yeah.
And then I give them your location of your farm.
Where you put it.
Yeah, in case it has chronic wasting disease, which we haven't had any cases of in the West Kootenays. But I can't take domestic livestock from one farm to another.
Okay.
I can't use that.
Yeah.
Because of the spinal cords and the certain things I can't put out as bait. But I can move a deer from the highway over to your property. I just have to let the government know where I'm taking it to.
Yep.
So in case there is a case where your deer get chronic wasting disease and they think it might be because I moved wildlife, they will basically go and say, hey, what changed here? Oh, well, Scott moved a carcass from Selmo over to here. So. Man, you sure got lots of whitetails. I see why they're here. This is why the wolves are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're eating your whitetails.
Yeah. And the elk as well.
Yeah. This is what we need right here.
Yeah.
There's elk tracks. Whose footprints are up and
My
down
uncle.
there? Oh, okay. He wanders up here, so they're used to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I'm leaning towards this right here is the wind blows off a high spot.
Yeah. So
and
blow it down.
Blow it right down into there.
Yeah.
So no matter what on the fork, they're going to catch that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have a quick look in here.
It almost seems like they're almost on a 2-week cycle.
Okay.
It was a few weeks ago the last time I saw the fresh tracks up here. Isn't that tight, eh?
Yeah, well, that's where the bait goes.
Okay, yeah.
That's not where you're going to trap them.
No.
You don't trap off the bait. In the States, you're not even allowed to set snares right on the bait pile.
Oh, okay.
Because you can catch birds and birds of prey, right? So they don't want you catching an eagle in a snare on your bait pile.
Okay.
So you can't snare off your bait pile in the States and some other areas, but where we can snare right off our bait pile. Right in here is where you put your bait. We'll put our snares out and we'll just stay away from it for 2 weeks. And then we'll see what we have. So, but it might not happen for this year, John. This is setting up for probably
for
next
future.
year. Because I only have 6 weeks left, not even 5-6 weeks. And if we're going to do this right, we might get one. And that's not what we want, because then they're just going to avoid your property or avoid it for a while. What we want to do is get them all.
I'd be okay with that.
We just want to get them all. You know what I mean? But let's get them all if we can. And do it
let's
right.
keep them out for calving season.
Exactly.
You know, that's the big thing.
Well,
our wildlife population has just been depleted so bad. So
big time. And they're not going to go away with a good food source like this. So.
And we've always, cougars have always been the predominant predator here. But they didn't seem to over-harvest, which is what it seems like it's happening now.
One big tom pushes all the other ones out, and he just takes a deer a week.
Not
such a big deal. The wolves come in, and it's just like locusts.
They just start killing. And we still have the cats here too.
Yeah, you're still going to have the cats, but what's going to happen is they push the cats up a tree, they take their kill, then the cat's got to go
kill again. Absolutely.
And it just makes everything worse.
This little skid trail goes in, and again goes into the little swamp in the middle. So there's lots of, regen.
We'll walk in the trail.
Take a look for sure.
This is like first spot. Okay.
I've already got my trapping course and everything.
Yeah, you can trap your own private property.
I'll just go get a private license.
Oh, there's your pond. Okay. That looks really good.
Yeah, because this is, there's a trail that goes all the way around this.
And that's
this is a little swamp here.
So they, because I haven't seen those tracks from down below.
No, usually they come down that other side of this.
They do,
we had a trail camera that's set up down there. And it was always getting pictures of wolves.
It was, eh? Okay,
which
so
comes
we'll have
out
a look at that.
right where we saw those tracks.
Okay.
Now they also could come over the other side of the ridge. And down that road system.
Okay, so on that face. This face over here.
So this goes up. If you go up that little trail there. You can actually, there's about a 150 meter section where we punch just a walking trail through.
Okay.
And you can get over to the other side of the ridge.
Okay.
That's
good too. That's what we're looking for.
Cut a year or two ago.
You know what I mean? Because there's lots of mature trees to connect to, and it's fairly open. There's not a lot of understory. So, but I'd like to get close to where they want to be already anyway. So in the summer, everything comes here to water.
It doesn't hold water, it's muddy. There's one little deep hole over here that does hold some water, and over this side. But like the elk use it more as a wallow in that.
Oh, look at the tracks in here, eh? That's why they're so smart. I get such respect for wolves. Like they know, like this is where the highest concentration of animals are, and this is where you tell me that they're going through.
So like that little trail that was just over there, it goes up and just does a big loop.
Okay.
On the top of this block here.
Here's what I like about this. They teach us in the trapping course that the best bait station you can make is when you can walk right around without getting into it for a couple of reasons. For one, we have grizzly bears in this country. So you can do a little loop of your...
See if there's anyone in there.
See if there's any tracks in there. All right. So you could do that if you're on your snowmobile, because you say there's going to be quite a bit of snow up here.
Usually.
So if you're going to trap this in the future, get your trapping license, whatnot, this spot you could take a little loop around with your little eland, okay, and go, okay, there's nothing there, but grizzly bears wake up in the middle of winter, and you just make sure if there's tracks going in there, you're like, whoa, I'm not going in there, right? I'm not getting off the sled. So this spot for that has got that in spades. Not only that, without going in there and putting your scent in there, you can do a complete loop, come back to here and go, okay, there's no wolf tracks in there, I'm not going to go in and put my scent in there. You don't want to cut your dad's live trees down, because this is his wood lot, right? But you want the animals, we're going to put our bait pile right there, okay? Right up against that log, not out on the other side of that log, but on that little high spot right there. Okay, but what you guys want to do is you want to encourage the wolves to go a certain way. Give them like 5 different ways to come in. So what you're going to do is you're going to make like little V's where they want to have a travel corridor. Okay, and then we need, now is a really good time because it's wet, so the scent will be washed away before rain. So make yourself a whole bunch of little trails. You see there's a little trail that wants to come in that way. This is really open, so you want them to come in certain ways. So you just want to make like little, you see how I put those 2 dead trees like that? See, then what happens is they'll come along here and we can hang a snare right there. You know, let's say you wanted them to come in over here through this hole, okay? Then that's a pretty big hole, right? If I hang a snare in here, they might go on that side of it, okay? So you need to create little tunnels in here. So you just come up with your machete or your little saw and make little V's like that so that they have to run through the V, and you want the opening to be about this big, okay? So your dog can run through it, okay? And if you guys did that and make 5 or 6 of them, then we can, your dad and I'll come in here and we'll snare it all. But what we'll do is we'll get them coming in and out, okay?
How far back do you want?
At least this far away from the bait pile.
Yep.
Okay.
For like the first snare?
Yes.
Would you go farther back out?
Yeah, then we'll keep moving out from there. So this would be the last snare closest to the bait pile.
Yep.
Would be this far away. So probably 15, 20 feet away from the bait pile.
Okay.
Okay. So,
how do you avoid catching like cougars?
if you catch them, it's an incidental catch. You got to report it.
Yep.
It happens.
Try and avoid areas that are...
But cougars don't like eating not fresh meat.
Yep.
They like to eat fresh meat if possible, even though I know they bury the animal and come back
but
for it.
It's theirs.
It's theirs, and they have to be fairly starving.
Yep.
But here, a cougar's going to make a good living just off all these little deer.
Yep.
You know, it's going to be able to kill another one, no
Yep.
problem. So maybe, given a choice,
Yep.
it's going to eat fresh meat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but the wolves won't be able to help themselves. They'll have to come in and check it out. Even if they don't eat it, they'll want to come and sniff it
See
and
what's
check it
going
out.
on.
And, yeah. So, and then bring your dog with you every time when you come. Let him go and pee and whatnot. So, okay, that's what you guys got to do, and then just start dumping your meat.
Anything
there.
we got, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll give it a couple of weeks, and we'll give it a try.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't see any bobcat tracks to set for bobcat.
No, I didn't see any in here either.
But if the wolves are in here and there's big cats in here, they won't
stay out.
be.
Yep.
They'll be probably more down around your farm.
Yep. Just trying to force them into where we're, hopefully potentially going to put the snare in. So just instead of giving them lots of area to go around, we're going to try and force them into the spot we want them.
The boys did a really good job over here. See? We're going to snare off either side of that tree. I'm just getting rid of all the old bait from the end of the trapping season. Some of it is pretty nasty.
Not sure yet.
So, oh, that's nasty. It's just what's left over for bait. I'll get new bait for next year. Oh, gross stuff. Man, is that nasty. Oh. Whoa. Hey, boys, you might want to enjoy this part. Or not. So, what's over here? You'll be able to tell me pretty quick.
Bait from leftover bait. Go have a snack if you want.
Oh, that's smelly.
Give him some gags.
Oh man, come over here.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
No, I thought you wanted to be a trapper. You got to get used to stinky smells if you're going to be a trapper. But what I'm doing here, guys, is you can make a dirt hole set where this ground is going to stink like rotten meat for a long time this year.
Oh.
Okay, so we don't have enough bait. So we're just going to make a stinky spot in the ground where it's going to be stinky for quite a while. And if we can pull some dirt over top of it and just make the dirt here stinky, what they'll do is every time they come around here, they'll pee all over in here.
Which will attract other wolves?
Oh, well, other wolves probably won't come into these wolves' territory.
Oh.
Yeah. If they do, there'll be a big fight. You can move one wolf pack's scent, feces, urine from one spot to another because it gets them aggravated, and then they throw caution to the wind a little bit. So they think another dog is in their territory or another wolf pack. Just gonna cover it over a bit.
Yep.
Trust me, they will smell it. Until we get some more.
Yep.
It just might keep the birds off it for a while and make it last a little longer. But this is just to get everything curious. And if we get coyotes coming in here, great. If we get birds, wolves go where the birds are. Like everything goes where the crows are, because everything's curious. Just like you go check out a gut pile hunting season. You're like, hey, another guy shot an elk in my area or my deer, right? So you go over and check it out. They do the same thing.
Yep.
So, and then sometimes there's remnants there for them to eat. You know, so everything is curious about the birds eating a carcass.
Yep.
And that's what you're trying to get, is an established spot here that everything wants to come and be curious about.
Yep.
But remove the human scent after today. I'll just set my gear on that stump.
Okay.
And I'll show you how to set it.
Like they didn't use that main kind of trail I was going through.
Oh, they didn't go where you went?
Nope.
Okay. But we still got to set it.
Yeah.
So we'll set there where they weren't going.
Yeah.
And then we'll work over to, then we only walk into the spots where we want to set.
Yep.
Once.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But we'll do all of our main on the trail they weren't using.
Yep.
And then they're going to probably think they're really smart and they're going to avoid the
think
trail.
they got a way to go around it.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's do that. The idea of these is once they get to the very, very end,
Yep.
and they're maybe they're not totally dispatched.
Yep.
These will give them an extra 1 inch of snap at the end.
Yep.
You close these off. Okay. I think it works better if you have one down and one up, like that. And then this is the catch, right?
Like a miniaturized power snare.
Yep, it's a miniaturized power snare, exactly. So, like that. And then they come together properly. You see? I'm sure the guys who know what they're doing can set them way faster than me, but I haven't done too many of them. So they want them 14 inches. So that these are gonna be short. Cable should be way longer because you can't get it far enough away. You kind of just gotta fiddle around with whatever you got. Remember that if they run through and it triggers, they're going to knock all the branches down.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And the idea is that then it'll give you an additional little bit of a snap or closing tighter at the very end. When he's already caught, eventually this will come off and snap it another 2 inches harder, which gives you a quicker kill and dispatches the wolf quicker. So they say 18 inches from the ground, and I measured my foot. So, and then they say 14 inches on the size of here. So.
So there's that one there, and then the other one's right over here.
They're easier to catch on private property when they're bothering livestock and used to people.
Yes.
Try and get them out in the bush, it might be a little tougher.
Yeah, it's a bit mucky now. We're into March. We got it just in time too. We got the
Yeah, just in time. A week before the end of wolf season.
Yeah.
They close it for the breeding season. Let's go have a look, John.
Well, here's the first one, Scott. Shows how effective those snares are, though.
Oh yeah.
The ground isn't even disturbed.
No, he got it right away. Yeah, for sure. It's already shedding. See right here?
Yep.
That's a female. So, but I'm betting probably mid this week.
Yep.
Yeah, not Monday and not Tuesday.
Yep.
Maybe Wednesday.
Yep.
We got them.
And just it's been so unseasonably warm.
Yeah, it's been warm. It doesn't matter anyway. They're shedding really bad.
Yeah.
And there's next to no fur right here, so there's no fur value.
Yep.
But there's value in all the bounties that are on wolves right now because we're having so much problems with them.
Yep.
So the value here is in the bounty.
Yep.
Oh, this is a big fella, eh? Senneker snares did their job. And I'm betting this one, just as an example, for there's one right here. That's a Senneker that's still set. That's got to come down, but I had right here, I had a regular snare somewhere here, right here. It's still set, but not very well. So this is a regular snare. I only had one out. Cam lock is your conventional standard snare that you see, is the basis for all snares. The common, we use them for link snares. but they're not a power snare. So they just get tighter and tighter and tighter as the animal struggles, and it doesn't kill as quick. But these ones, a really good example is that female. She got killed really fast, really fast. There's no disturbance under her at all. But this one here took a little longer, but it could have just been a branch got caught up or something. We have to have kind of a...
Or a poor, set on the snare where it grabbed it.
Yeah. This is very common at this time of the year to see a male and a female traveling together, because we're coming up close to mating season. But that's a good sized wolf for our country. That's the one you wanted to take out, John, right there. And then you would have had another pack going here. If this is just two, and they were just raiding it, and sooner or later they got caught and ate all the bait, which could be two traveling together is really common around here.
And that's what we were last year. All the trail cam pictures in the area were a big black and a lighter color one. He's a big brute though. This is a big mature male. I'm absolutely shocked with how little disturbance there is here. That's it was a perfect catch. This place has been in the family for how many years, Dad?
5 generations now.
5 generations now. We had never seen a wolf up until about 15 years ago. I saw the first one, and the first kind of evidence of anything in this area. And this is the first wolves you've seen, isn't it?
The first time I've ever seen one.
So this was, thank you so much to Scott and Jackie and, the licensed registered trappers in the area for helping us, because our wildlife populations are at all-time lows. The deer, the elk populations have never been this low, have they?
No. And our neighbors who have cattle and are calving, he's just been worried sick about them, because they've been seen. This is the first time I've seen a wolf, and I've lived up here since 1980. But we've always had the property since 52.
And you spent a lot of your childhood
right here
on the farm right next door.
These wolves were not in this area. They've come in, and I understand they've come from Yellowstone Park.
Just thank you for helping us, because trapping is a major management tool that needs to be utilized as well.
That's right. And my brother, he did shoot at one, but he missed. Our twin boys, and they're the 5th generation on this property. It started with my grandfather, my father, me, John, and the boys now. So we really enjoy this place. We really enjoy watching the deer, the bear, and the elk. And with these guys here, we're not going to have the deer and the elk, and we don't have them as we used to. And so this is a real big thank you.
West K Outdoors has been brought to you by Central Island Rentals and Sales, Canadian Coyote Company, home of the Senneker Snares, and so much more. West K Outdoors, so much more than just a trapping show. Check us out online.
I'm looking to see how full they are, and the difference between a BC coyote and an Alberta coyote is the color.